Well, hello, I'm Bishop Susan, and it is my great pleasure to talk with you about hearts open, how my heart has been open, and how God is continuing to open my heart. Soy Obispa Susan y quiero hablar con ustedes de nuestros corazones, porque a Dios todos los corazones están abiertos. Y Dios ha abrido mi corazón en maneras muy profundas, importantes, y quiero hablar de estos. When I was a child, I got into the habit at a very young age of giving. My parents would give me every week 25 cents, 20 cents to save, and 5 cents to give to the church in a special offering envelope. Como niña, mis padres me daban 25 centavos cada semana, 20 centavos para ahorrar y 5 centavos para ofrecer a la iglesia en un sobre especial. And in that way, I learned a habit of giving and was opened by that habit. In fact, set free. There was a freedom in having a habit because I didn't have to think about what I was going to do about church, about offering, about giving. And I've continued that habit and grown in that freedom. Estaba libre como niña en el hábito de dar moneda cada semana a la iglesia. Hay en este hábito una libertad. No tenía que pensar en lo que vaya a hacer. El hábito es libertad y es un sentimiento de quedarse abrido en Dios. Having been opened that way in habit, what I experience is that God continues to open me in relationship. Quedarse libre en hábito, Dios me abre cada día en relaciones con otras personas. As an example, in February, during my sabbatical, I went to South Africa and visited our partner diocese of Christ the King in South Africa. Had many marvelous experiences there. One day, I was being hosted in visits to some schools and congregations by a priest who had visited the Diocese of Virginia for our convention in 2016. And you may remember that convention was snowed out. Nevertheless, our guests stayed in the hotel in Reston, Virginia during that snowstorm until they could fly back home to South Africa. En febrero fui a Sudáfrica a visitar la diócesis de Cristo Rey. Es un diócesis con que tenemos una relación muy importante en la diócesis. Y pasé un día con un sacerdote de Sudáfrica que ha visitado a esta diócesis en 2016. Y este año, por nuestra convención, había una tempestad de nieve, bastante nieve, mucha nieve. Por eso teníamos que cancelar la convención. Pero nuestros huéspedes se quedaron en el hotel en Reston. As I was with this priest, I asked him what it was like to be in the snowstorm. He said that the snow was beautiful. el sacerdote me dijo que la nieve estaba muy bonita, muy, muy bonita. Y el frío, un poco de problema para los surafricanos, pero estaba bastante bien. Pero me dijo que el grupo estaban un poco aburrido, no por el frío, pero se quedaron adentro del hotel casi todo el tiempo por el miedo de la policía, porque vean por la televisión y todo esto que en los Estados Unidos la policía matan a los hombres negros. This priest told me that the group loved the snow. They found it to be really beautiful. The cold was surprising, but wasn't terribly bad, but they stayed inside all of the time. Not because of the cold, but because of the police. Because they knew from seeing the news and hearing the news about America that in America, the police shoot and kill black men in the streets. So they didn't go outside. That story broke my heart, and it broke my heart open to deeper relationship with brothers and sisters in other parts of the world that I know, and with brothers and sisters right here in the city where I live, right here in this Commonwealth of Virginia, right here in this diocese, who live in a world that is in some ways very different from mine. That experience broke me open to deeper relationship. Esta experiencia con este sacerdote me quebró el corazón y abrió el corazón para relaciones más profundos con este sacerdote, con nuestros huéspedes de Sudáfrica y con personas que todavía no conozco. Relaciones. Dios me abre el corazón por relaciones con otras personas. God is always breaking my heart and breaking my heart open for deepening relationships with other people across this world. And that experience is difficult, it's challenging, it hurts, it's not fun, it hurts. But it connects me with the hurt of others. So what started for me as a habit of being opened, just being opened because of habit, being open to God, being open to giving, being open to sharing gifts with the church, has, as I've matured, become an experience of being opened more and more and more to relationship and to entering into the fullness of community with other people in God's name. La experiencia de dar moneda como una niña, completamente de hábito, ahora Dios ha transformado esta experiencia a una experiencia de abrirme el corazón para relaciones. Y es difícil tener un corazón quebrado, es difícil, se duele, pero se aumenta las relaciones con otras personas en el nombre de Cristo y en el nombre de Dios. Y para mí es una de las experiencias de mi vida las más importantes, las más profundas. Porque doy cada día gracias a Dios en el nombre de Jesucristo.